So today, Bosra is a major archaeological site containing ruins from the Roman, Byzantine, and Muslim times. Further, Nabatean and Roman monuments, Christian churches, mosques, and madrasas are built in the city. And Busra was once the capital of the Roman province of Arabia and was an important stopover on the ancient caravan route to Mecca. A magnificent 2nd century Roman theater, early Christian ruins, and several mosques are found within its great walls. So, the name Busra occurs in the precious Tel el Amarna tablets in Egypt, which dates back from the 14th century BC, and represents royal correspondence between the Parahos and the Phoenicians and Amorite kings. It became the northern capital of the Nabatean kingdom in the year of 106 AD. A new era began for Busra when it was incorporated into the Roman Empire. Alexander Severus gave it the title Colonian Bosra, and Philip the Arab minted currency especially for it. During Byzantine times, Bosra was a major frontier market where Arab caravans came to stock up, and its bishops took part in the Council of Antioch. Bosra was the first Byzantine city which the Arabs entered in 634 in the phase of Islamic expansion. Today, its major features is the 2nd century Roman theater constructed probably under the Trajan, and it can fit 17,000 people, and it is considered as one of the largest theaters built by the Roman Empire, which has been integrally preserved. It was fortified between 481 and 1251. Al-Omari Mosque is one of the oldest surviving mosques in the Islamic history, and it's in Basra. And the Madrasah Mubarak al-Naqwa is one of the oldest and most celebrated of Islam. The Cathedral of Basra is also a building of considerable importance in the annals of early Christian architecture. Basra survived about 2,500 years inhabited and almost intact. The Nabateans, Romans, Byzantines, and Umayyad all left traces in the city, which is an open museum associated with significant episodes in the history of ideas and beliefs. So the incorporation of this exceptionally intact 2nd century Roman theater, complete with its upper gallery, into later fortification to create a strong citadel guarding the road to Damascus, represents a unique architectural achievement. The remains of the 6th century Bascalia of the martyrs Sergios, Bakush, and Leotos, the Cathedral of Bosra, represent an extremely significant example of the century planned at churches in the terms of the evolution of the early church architectural forms. The Mosque of Omar is one of the rare constructions of the first century of the Hegira preserved in Syria. The Madrasa Jami Mubarak al-Naqwa is one of the oldest and most celebrated of Islam. We said that of the city. Once encountered 80,000 inhabitants, there remain today exclusive ruins of Nabatean, Roman, Byzantine, and Umayyad building. These ruins included the major monuments mentioned and of what I said above, bear exceptional testimony to the past civilization to create them. In Islam, Bosra is associated with a significant episode in the life of Prophet Muhammed, peace be upon him, who is believed to have visited Bosra twice. At the end of his first visit, it is said that monk Bhira indicated that Muhammad was to become a prophet. The ancient city of Bosra is an inhabited archaeological site whose ruin had suffered greatly in the 19th century. However, the large amount of surviving original fabric, including monuments of the Nabatean, Roman, Byzantine, and Umayyad periods, gave the site a high degree of integrity. The inhabitants of the village that has grown up amongst the ruins are being resettled outside the property. there is a need to define and manage a buffer zone to protect this setting. After the key surviving monuments of Bosra reflect the outstanding universal value of the site. However, the setting is problematic in that modern village had grown up among the ruins. A settlement policy of the doctorate Aquatic and museum is allowing most families to move to new houses outside the precinct old town, and ultimately the old town will be abandoned again to be turned into a dead city, revitalized as an open air museum. Now the property is protected. And right now I'm going to talk about the Roman theater as Butra. It was built in either the second quarter or the second half of the 2nd century AD. And it is constructed of black basalt. It is likely that its fortification expanded between 481 and 1251 by the Ayabid fortress. And the theater is 102 meters across and has a settling about, again we said it, 17,000 people. It is just among the largest of the ancient Roman civilization. And you know, this is the main reason why people want to conquer Syria, because it has old, rich history. The land is just big. Water, everything you need, plants. You can literally grow soil. The soil in Syria is one of the most fertile soil in the world. You may not know this, but Syria has a history that dates back to 700,000 years ago. So don't get too cocky about Syria, okay? So, thank you for watching this video, and I hope I can see you next time. Enjoy.